Hello and welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot, your LAFC gateway drug and the only LAFC podcast that isn't at the All-Star game just because we think it's stupid. I'm Travis Helwig.
I'm Vince LaRosa.
And I'm Darren Miller. Welcome to our preview of LAFC's MLS match this week versus Portland on Friday, July 25th at 7:30 p.m. at BMO Stadium. You can watch it on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV Plus, and our live post-game call-in show will start 10 minutes after the final whistle at youtube.com/@HappyFootSadFoot. Dress code for the live stream, as always, is our latest merch available over at HappyFootSadFootPod.com, except for the twice sold out Don't Ask Questions limited edition patron-only scarf, and also the stickers and pins that were limited edition that we gave away in person to people who came to the meetup this past weekend.
But tons of other stuff. I found four in my car. I found four pins in my car.
Four fell off a truck. I'd like one. Anyway.
I found three in my car. I found three in my car.
Tons more stuff is available on our website, though. If you're a Patreon member, you get a 15% discount.
Later in the show, we'll reset our souls and cleanse our spirits. And of course, we'll discuss everything you need to know about this week's storylines and make some bets. But first, you know it, you love it, like it, love it, gotta have it. It's time for listener-mandated banter. Darren, Vince, how you doing? How's your soup, Darren?
Yeah, I think we should keep talking about soup. This was a good conversation.
It's good.
Darren, What type of soup were you eating?
Well, I've been doing this thing. This is going to come off like an ad. So maybe I'll bleep out the name. But I've been doing this thing called which is like a HelloFresh type competitor thing. But it's like fresh meals. It's like for the fridge, not the freezer. And it's from local chefs. And it's been really good. And this was a soup from it. It's like a shrimp pork wonton soup thing.
Oh, fancy.
You know, I like shrimp and I like soup. I don't like shrimp in my soup. There's something, I know that they come from the ocean. I don't like the
soup comes from the ocean.
Yes, soup comes from the ocean, and so do shrimps. But I don't like the shrimp returning to the fresh water. I think the shrimp should either be in the salt water or the shrimp should be in a little bed of ice next to cocktail sauce. I do not think the shrimp should be in fresh water. There's something about it that's
shrimp in the wrong water.
Yeah,
there's something about it.
What are all the ways you enjoy shrimp?
I absolutely love this take.
I do not. Can shrimp be in a nice bed of pasta?
Yeah, shrimp can be in a bed of pasta.
Sure.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay.
Shrimp
I'm trying to just
diavolo?
think of other ways. Like, what about wrapped in like a spring roll? Do you do a shrimp?
I don't want a shrimp in a spring roll.
Okay.
Why not? That's a different.
It's like a shrimp and a bigger shrimp. Almost.
It's something about, I think I like shrimp. This is interesting. What is it? Because the shrimp with the lettuce combined, don't like it. But the shrimp with the cocktail sauce or the shrimp with the pasta sauce, I like it. Like butter and shrimp I can handle. But there's something about like it's the same with soup. Like the lightness of the lettuce or the lightness of the soup where the shrimp is too present. But I'll eat raw shrimp. What am I talking about? It's interesting.
Wow.
Just don't put it in the soup.
But you eat raw shrimp?
Well, isn't
like
most
sushi?
shrimp? Yeah.
I don't think it's ever raw.
Oh, no, you're right. It's not raw. It's cooked.
Like even ceviche, I mean, it's technically cooked by the... Cooking is just a chemical process. I'm sure you guys know this as scientists.
I'm sorry.
But, what
were those words?
The chemical
What does process mean?
Oh, God. All right, let's move on.
Vince, you know stuff. You can teach us this.
Like, it's oysters as well. I'm like, put them in a shell.
Okay.
And I'll suck them raw.
You're diminishing the value of this take now because it's just like, oh, Travis is just particular about everything.
You won't do like char-broiled oysters?
There's something
oysters
about
Rockefeller?
a cooked oyster that is weird. Like, but a raw oyster I like.
Interesting.
I think it's a texture
Most people are the
thing.
opposite.
Yeah,
most people would be the opposite.
But the slurping of the oyster is the fun. But you put the vinegar on. It's great.
You're just a child that likes to have fun with this food.
There's something, I didn't have a lot of fresh seafood as a kid. Like all of my seafood was fried. And so like it took me a long time to get used to the idea. I still don't like lobster. There's something about the mollusks that have taken me a little bit of time. And I've gotten over it with oysters and with shrimp in some cases. But even like branzino, where you could see the whole fish, it's just like I'm too blue collar for what this is. I don't want to see its eyeballs.
That feels like a more blue collar presentation to me. It's like here's the fish. I'm not going to dress it up for you. Here's the whole damn thing.
But like original blue collar, like pre-white person. Blue collar.
but like blue collar is like dump it in batter and then put it in a frying machine and then like cover it in tartar sauce. Like that's what fish was to me growing up. It was a fish sandwich at McDonald's.
Yeah, fish sticks.
Oh yeah, fish sticks when you're a kid. That's the jam.
The best. Yeah,
it's kind of incredible that a lot of people don't like fish, but they're like, you can ask them like, but did you have like fish sticks when you were a kid? You're like, oh, of course I did. And I'm like, those were disgusting. If you could eat those, you could eat anything.
Imagine that was good.
Yeah, and that brings me to I know what you did last summer too. Yeah. What is up with that fisherman? Why is he still upset?
Is he a fisherman? I always forget. I
never saw the first. I never saw any of those movies.
How? What?
Yeah.
I think I saw the first one in theaters.
I think I saw the first one in theaters as well.
Yeah. And I don't like scary movies, but
you know what I didn't do any summer is watch that movie.
I remember that and Scream. I feel like were pretty formative, and Blair Witch as well.
Scream rules. Travis, remember when we saw Scream 4 in the theaters?
Oh my God, Darren and I.
One of my favorite shows I've ever done is Travis and I had a show booked in New York, and we decided we wanted to do something new for it.
It was a 10-minute bit show where you could do anything you wanted with 10 minutes. And it was the day that Scream 4 came out, and it had been years since Scream 3 came out. People were really excited about Scream 4. Darren, do you want to tell us what we...
Yeah, so we decided to go to the movie the day it premiered and take notes on what we found most fun about it and funny, and just basically do like spoilers as our show, as we would just ruin the movie for everyone in the audience.
I think the idea was
based on what we found most funny about the movie, not like, oh, this is what you don't want. Yeah.
Right? Like the day after the movie comes out,
or no, the day it came out.
The night it came out.
But it wasn't the spoiler. We weren't spoiling the things that people would find to be.
No, that's not true. We were actively spoiling things. I remember specifically we said who the person in the mask was.
That's how we started, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with.
We started with the Bane reveal, and then we also revealed a bunch of like dumb, silly things.
Did you give a warning? Or did you guys just... You're like, hey, by the way, we saw Scream 4.
We just went and saw Scream 4 and took notes. Yeah.
The premise of the bit was, thank you guys for being here. I know you all wanted to see Scream 4. So we just thought we'd let you know what happens so you don't have to see it. Like, so you get both experiences.
Okay, that's actually very funny.
And we just, we were like,
cruel, but very
23-year-old kids ruining a movie.
The reason why I remembered that is I recently came across one of my old notebooks that had that in it. And I was like, there's a bunch of Scream 4 spoilers written in this notebook from like 15 years ago or something. Anyway, that was fun.
It was fun to make an audience fully turn on you on purpose. And it was great.
I have to say, they were fully on board by the end of it.
Yeah.
It did go well.
I like to imagine that some people that get on the post-game show were doing the same thing. Like they didn't actually watch the game. And then they're like, wait, what? No. And we're like, yeah,
what
we didn't like
in the
this.
97th minute?
Oh, that's a bummer. I'm mad. And you're like, yeah, you should be.
That'd be such a fun thing to do in a post game, to be like, hey, tell us what you thought about it. No spoilers, though. That'd be fun if you could not do spoilers.
Let's do a game where we ask all our fans not to watch the game at all.
Or then we don't watch the game.
Only show up to the post game.
That's really
Darren,
funny.
If you're going to give away the actual reveal of what we do during the game, it's going to ruin the whole thing. We already don't watch the game.
It's okay. I'll go the same way anyway. Anyway,
they're scripted.
We're talking too much about soccer.
We get the script from PR and we do what we're told.
Yeah, that's whatever PR wants us to say, we say. Let's start the show.
We can start the show, but we actually we have a message from our sponsors today.
From our sponsor, Swiffer Wedja?
No, an actual real sponsor this time. Can you believe
Wait,
it?
we weren't getting paid this whole time?
Not at all. No, I was paying out the ass to Swiffer.
It is expensive.
Yeah, I was licensing their brand name. It's extremely expensive. You ever notice how some law firms advertise like they're fielding a World Cup squad, but when it's game time, all you get are the bench warmers?
I have noticed that, yeah.
Can you guys give me some details on the last times that you've dealt with a law firm?
I'm not legally allowed to.
Yeah.
That's right.
NDA, baby.
Yeah. Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Yeah.
But let's just say...
I'm just saying all the abbreviations I know.
Doctor-patient confidentiality.
That's my doctor. That lawyer's my doctor. You can't ask.
That's why I can't talk. I showed my lawyer things I shouldn't show.
At Amirian Law, they're not about bright billboards or cheesy jingles. They're focused on what really matters, winning your case and getting you the compensation you deserve. With Amirian Law, you get more firepower than a Bawanga blast from day one when you need it most.
Hell yeah.
So if you want a law firm that plays like a team but delivers like a star striker, call Amirian Law at the special Happy Foot, Sad Foot, Friend of the Foot phone number, 1-866-ARE-WEBACK.
What?
1-866-ARE-WEBACK. That's 1-866-273-9322. Are we back?
I feel back if we have a special number for a law firm. That feels special.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
I think we're so back. Well, I guess we could say we're back from commercial.
Okay, I think that means we could start the show. Darren, go ahead.
All right, well, as the more casually obsessed LAFC fan on this show, I love LAFC and I'll never miss a match, but I don't have time to stay on top of all the advanced stats, roster moves, rumors, tactics, and off-the-field drama that I can't get from just watching the matches, when all I see watching a match is ball get kicked, ball go in net, Frenchman flip. But sometimes I see just enough more to know that there's more I don't know, like defenseman strangle rival, ref show red card, or clock exceeds stoppage time, ref show betting slip. Luckily, my friends Travis, the human LAFC crazy wall, and Vince, the LAFC patron saint of tactics, are here to catch me up every week on the most important storylines that live beneath the surface of every match, so we can all enjoy them so much more in a segment we call Storylines.
Soup weather calls for soup. Darren, Vince.
Can't argue with that.
Dince. I'm just realizing now I said that before we started recording. Won't make sense to anyone else. I come to you on this, one of the, if you, soup weather calls for soup. Darren. Vince,
put it on a shirt.
Dince, yeah, I'm going to start selling soup weather calls for soup merch and no one will have any idea what the fuck we're talking about. Darren, Vince, Dince. I've already said it 3 times. I come to you on this, one of the most important weeks in LAFC history, with some storylines. And the first one is the question on everyone's mind, which is this. Are we good or are we bad? We are almost halfway through this season, and we have no idea if LAFC is a good team or a bad team. And if you were to ask an MLS pundit, they would tell you LAFC is a good team. April 12th was 100 years ago. April 12th was 100 days ago. And in the last 100 days, LAFC have only lost one Major League Soccer match. And that was to the Vancouver Whitecaps, top of the league, 1-0. In the last 100 days of Major League Soccer, we have 7 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss. We currently sit 5th in the West with 3 games in hand on the teams above us. We are 7 points out of first place, with a potential 9 points in hand. That means if we win all 3 games, we are in first place. And yet, if you were to ask your average internet LAFC fan, I think us included sometimes, we would tell you this season has been an abject disaster. Blowing an aggregate lead to Miami in the Champions Cup, a humiliating loss to the good people of Tunisia, and an inconsistency of play that makes your head hurt when you're watching more than Maxime Chenot's does. So I'm going to play a little game here. Darren, I want you to be team bad. Vince, you're team good. Darren, explain to the listeners out there right now why LAFC is a bad team.
Okay. LAFC is a bad team because we really struggled to find our footing toward the end of last year. I think we started this season waiting for LAFC to finally find themselves, and they never did. They got off to a terrible start. Olivier Giroud never found his feet. We couldn't make anything happen. Again, we had the 1 win against Columbus and the 1 win against Miami that didn't even give us the aggregate win. That was convincing. I don't know if I can point to any other wins until Club America got us in the Club World Cup, and then Minnesota at the end. I think I just said all the genuinely convincing wins we've had all season. Besides that, we've barely won and barely given up 1-goal games. We don't have an offense that can consistently finish. If Bowanga's on, great, but he hasn't been on consistently as much as previous seasons. Our defense has been great, but now the defense is thin, which makes the whole team thin because the midfield also hasn't been what it used to be. with the leadership that it used to have. So whenever they win, it feels like what should be happening with the team that we have on paper, but it doesn't happen that often. So yeah, I don't know. On paper, they look fine. Now we have a coach that's leaving at the end of the season. We don't have the star player besides Bouanga, who isn't the star player he used to be. Maybe he will be for the rest of the season. He seems to find his footing now, but I don't know. What does that leave you that you're super excited about?
Wow, Darren, really, really a downer there. Interesting. Vince,
you told me to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why you would bring so much negativity onto this show.
When did Darren become such a hater?
Vince, why are we so good as a team?
Well, first of all, everything that Darren just said is vibes. Like, I don't think we're winning the way I want to win. I don't think we've had signature wins. And I'll ask you this. Name our signature wins from like any other season other than trophies. Like, as long as you win, no one cares about signature wins. Like, these things that we're talking about, like, I would like them to play in a different way. You don't care as long as they're winning. And might I remind you, they didn't actually lose the game, the last game. I've actually seen a lot of people comment online saying, I can't believe we lost that game. Guys, they did not lose the game. Like, objectively, we have to at least agree on this.
We lost our grasp on the game.
Okay,
we traded our handle on the game for a handle on someone's neck.
Don't go to the Galaxy subreddit because they definitely think they won the game.
I mean, oddly enough, the person who had the most like common sense response to that game was Greg Vanny of all people. He was like, "This game's always crazy, and crazy things happen in a game where like you have to give a lot and have a lot, you have a lot on the line. Like, you just got to know that you're never really out of it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a pretty good reflection." No, at no point did he go, "We're really good and we should be better than that team." He was just like, "This game's nuts," and that was a nuts ending. And what do you expect from that? But other than that, like, objectively, as you said, Travis, haven't lost a league game in 100 days.
We've lost one game.
Or one league game in 100 days, sorry. The goal differential is actually much better than, like, even when we were like, oh, the team's kind of okay, we were like, wow, our goal differential is like +2. It's +12 now, which is top 3 in the West. Speaking of your fading superstar, Danny Wong, he's now tied for the lead in goals in the West. So he's quickly coming on in form. 5 goals in his last 5 games, 4 in a row. I think the takeaway is this, and we said it in the post game. In MLS, there's a whole lot of bad. There's a decent amount of meh, and there's very few great teams, and then there's playoffs. As long as you're in the meh to great, when playoffs come around, you have a chance. And LAFC, maybe I could say we're meh. I'll give you that, but we're definitely not a bad team.
Well, I think you're both right. And that brings us to our second storyline of the week, which is this. Who the fuck's going to play center back this Friday? As we talked about last week, we started this season with incredible center back depth. Marlon, Maxime Chanot, Aaron Long, and Eddie Segura were all good options for the backline. But for this Friday, not one of those players is available to play. Marlon's loan ended and he went back to Brazil. Chanot is dealing with a head injury for months and concussions can take years. Aaron Long is out for the year after an Achilles surgery. And just last game, Eddie Segura got a red card in stoppage time for defending Martinez. And upon further review, I just want to say, definitely a red. I want to officially apologize to that ref for saying you bet on the game. Eddie Segura choked a man from behind. Very clearly a red card. I would say maybe he shouldn't have reacted that way at that point in the game. I know you're defending your teammate, Eddie. Maybe don't do that.
If only he choked him from in front of him, it would have been yellow.
I just feel like... I really feel like we might be lucky if he's not suspended for more games. Like, some of those photos are really bad. So this was
posed
or really great. You got to admit, some of the photos are fantastic.
Yes, there's a great meme, but I saw someone put him behind someone in the Coldplay circle, and I thought that was really funny. This was 100% a red. Want to go back to our post game and say, don't listen to it if you are a ref that's going to sue us.
We VAR'd the post game. We've gone back.
We fully VAR'd it. They get to make mistakes, and so do we. But that means for this Friday, our backline depth is, let me check, Nkosi Tafari and no one else for center back. Literally no one else.
Sweeper
Vince,
keeper.
any predictions what our back line might look like this week?
You know, in the Minnesota game, Artem Shmolikov had a very good game at left back. So if I'm trying to get in the mind of Steve and trying to do the thing that like is going to minimize the damage of not having any center backs the most I can, I'm probably thinking, all right, I can move him in. I can actually put Sergi Palencia, who I trust more than anyone on the entire team, possibly as a center back, and has played center back on occasion, mostly in a 3, but I think he can do pretty much anything on the field that he wants. He's that kind of player. And you have Ryan Hollingshead on the right. So I would not be surprised if it's Ryan Hollingshead, Sergi, Nkosi, and Artem as your back 4, which still very thin. If any one of those players gets hurt, which you would say anytime is not a good thing if any one of those players gets hurt, and you better hope that you don't have to make a sub of meaning defensively, which, you know, I don't even want to think about who would have to come in. But let's just assume that those guys can go for 90 minutes. I don't hate it. Like it could be worse, which is getting very close to being that level.
Let me ask you quickly. Let's say Nkosi Tafari pulls his hamstring, and they obviously want to save him for the Leagues Cup, a very important tournament that we'll get to next week. Mm-hmm. Give us a guess of who comes in. What do you do if Nkosi Tafari can't finish the game?
I think somebody from LAFC 2 is going to have to step in. And we're not strangers to this. Now, these were players that like we maybe had a little more hope in and probably had they do have brighter futures, and not against anyone on LAC2, because I don't think the one that would be coming would be the one that everyone wants is Lorenzo Del Valle. I don't think they're going to risk him this soon, coming back from his multiple injuries and long recovery. But like, remember Traore started a game. These didn't go like that great, but there were times where like you put in guys where like, we've never seen that guy before. There was a time when no one knew who Mamadou Fall was. And everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? So it's an opportunity if it happens.
I saw Mamadou Fall jersey at El Tráfico. I was really excited about it. It's like, Mbake. I haven't seen that name in a long time.
Yeah. I
saw a Blessing jersey. I was excited about that.
Wow. I took a picture and sent it to my friend. I saw the retro jersey 17 Otani. And I was like, oh, interesting. Cool.
Okay.
I had to send it to my friend that loves the Dodgers, and he was like, I'll allow it. And I was like, cool, we're good. Then we're good. I don't know. I just think that Steve going into this game, that's a winnable game against Portland, and we'll talk more about Portland, but like I could see him just trying to make the best of the situation. Not that he devalues Leagues Cup at all, but I think he cares a little bit more about this game. And so he'll probably try to go with those 4. If I was going to guess.
Now, Darren, after this game, unless Eddie Segura gets suspended beyond this game, he'll return and we'll have Nkosi and Segura in the center, most likely until we bring in reinforcements, which it possibly could happen before this comes out because we're not going to release this tomorrow and the transfer window opens on the 24th. So it's very possible that news breaks.
Let me just add something to maybe, it might be a false hope. 24th is when they can be registered and play for the team. There very well could be someone there now training with the team. Okay. Just so you guys, like, it wouldn't have to be a situation where literally they'd have to be like, he gets in on the 24th and then we put him on the field the next day. They could. We might
leak out though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would think we might leak it or somebody would see them, but there is a chance that somebody could be in a little bit earlier and could play in that game. I'm not saying we have any insider info. I'm just giving you the actual way it could go down.
Youngmin Son is at the LAFC facility right now
to play defense.
Yeah, to play center back. So
I would gladly let him play center back right now.
I'll take him as center back.
But Darren, assuming that for a while our center back pairing is Nkosi and Segura, how did you feel they did against the Galaxy up until the end of that game? And how are you feeling about our backline in general after that one game where we saw what it's going to look like for the rest of the season?
Up until the end of that game, great. Honestly, I thought they rose to the occasion. and then they blew it.
Literally, both of them blew it. The two of them together blew the game.
I don't feel like it was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think you should be. It shouldn't be that every single player has to be perfect every single play of the entire game.
Oh, yes, they
to
do.
Pull out a win.
Oh, yes, they do.
Do they?
No, I think in people's minds they do. I mean,
I
every
see.
single player, every mistake gets written off and should be transferred out of the club.
Yeah. So I was feeling until the very end, I was feeling very good about both of them and feeling like Tafari could handle it. I still think he can. Like, it was unlucky. I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's not like, in the context of the fact that it's not my first choice. I mean, I love the guy off the field. So I'm not complaining too much, especially once we get Segura back. And then I think that we should be okay. Again, not ideal, but I think we should be okay until the next bad thing happens.
Speaking of
They're
Nkosi
going to have to make a
Tafari,
signing.
yeah,
For sure.
They're going to have to.
but speaking of Nkosi Tafari's off the field vibe, we haven't seen that dog lately. They euthanized that dog. Where's that dog?
No, he celebrated in one of the recent home games.
You sure?
Yeah, but he's not like this cute cuddly dog anymore. He's all grown up. He's just like a normal dog.
Oh, well, it's also, it would be easy to, golden retrievers all look the same. You could just bring in another one. No
That's
one
true.
would know. So they might have euthanized.
Yeah. Do we even know that it was the same one all the other times?
Wow.
This
Is Ollie
this-
Ollie?
Don't get us
I
back
actually
into
think Ollie is not Ollie. I am an Ollie truther. There initially were 4 birds, and then they were like, everyone likes Ollie, but why were there 4 birds the first season and suddenly there's only one? It's not all Ollie, guys.
Come to think of it, the handler looks way younger than he used to look too.
Way hotter. And that brings us to our final storyline of the week, and it's this. Are the Portland Timbers good, or are the Portland Timbers bad? Portland sits just one spot behind us in 6th place with 34 points to our 36. We have only 2 games in hand against them, guys, so they're creeping up on us.
Uh-oh.
In their last 5 games, they have lost 3 times, won once, and drew once. They had a hot start to the year, but have since slowed quite a bit. We played them in Portland in April and drew them 3-3 on a 90th minute penalty kick from Denny Bouanga. Fun fact, a player you might have forgotten named Olivier Giroud scored in that game. I don't know if you guys remember him.
His first MLS goal, I believe.
An Easter egg.
I've never heard of him.
Vince, what do we need to know about this Portland team? We're near them in the standings. Should we feel near them in our hearts? What do we need to be scared of them for?
They are as desperate for the transfer window as we are, but on the opposite end of the field. They have injuries. So it's a team with lacking defender and a major injury and a red card in defense versus a team with major injuries in their attack. And as a result, they've been kind of middling lately. I think they have 1 win in the last 5. They're okay-ish. I mean, Phil Neville's still their coach, so take with that what you will. He doesn't seem to have a definitive game plan for them. I think the idea was if you get him some better players, like it'll cover up his deficiencies as a coach, and it did for like a little bit. But then those guys all went out, and so now they're just kind of back to square one. At home, LAFC, you would say, should be able to handle this squad, but there's so much weirdness in this game because of the injuries to everybody that who knows, right? Like I feel confident in that 4, but if it's an academy kid starting at center back, and if DaCosta comes back from injury, who's their like one of their DP playmaker, then it could be a long night for LAFC. But generally speaking, Portland is just kind of okay and not a team that LAFC should necessarily be scared of, like most teams. Again, there's really only like 4 teams that I consider that are like head and shoulders better than LAFC. It's like Columbus, Miami, Cincy, maybe Nashville. Nashville's a little weird. Like they've been really good and on a hot streak. But like the rest of the teams, LAFC should on any given night.
No one in the West. You don't think anyone in the West is better than
that's like head and shoulders better? I mean, Vancouver with the injuries, and they're kind of coming back to form. They just lost one of their better players in Pedro Vite. San Diego, I think, is a good team, but I think like a lot of expansion teams do. They catch teams by surprise and then come back to earth a little bit. We already saw that Minnesota's just nice, just like Minnesota, the state. They're just nice. It's okay. And other than, might I remind you, not a loss to the Galaxy. We did not lose to the Galaxy. But other than a crazy game in which
They're
crazy
the worst
things happen,
team in the league.
which let me also remind you, there was a crazy handball in that game. There was a red card. There was extra time added to the extra time. Like their center back was all the way upfield. Like these things are not going to happen game in, game out. More than likely, game in and game out is what's going to happen when LAFC was winning 3 games in a row leading into this. But again, did not lose that game.
The extra time thing that people keep saying, I know for a fact we got 5 minutes of extra time from the moment the sign was put up. I don't know what happened on TV and how they explained it, but I started timing my watch the moment they put it up, and 5 minutes ended on the play building up to them scoring. So he should have let them have that play, but it was like, I guess people assumed that the 5 minutes started at 90, but they didn't hold up the sign for 5 minutes until 2 minutes in. So actually, I think the rules would say that that's when the 5 minutes start, correct?
Well, and 5 minutes is the minimum granted time. So, he can add anything on. And you're right. We said that in the post game. Like, generally speaking, if a team is going to put up one last attack, you're going to kind of go like, all right, let's see what they do. And see, like, if the ball would have gone out for a corner from there, I guarantee you he probably gives them the corner. Yeah. Just because that's kind of the standard. But again, this
isn't FIFA.
Yeah, it was just a lot of weirdness, though. Like, that's not a game you expect to have week in and week out. And for, like we said, 95% of that game, LAFC was by far the better team. Now, you might not have liked how they did it, but the game plan was incredibly effective. I actually blew my mind because someone did say something that I thought wasn't true, and I looked, and they were correct, that we got outshot in the game. And that only happened in the flurry of, like, extra time. Because going into that, LAFC was up in shots like 8-4 and ended up being 10-8. So, you lose a guy and you have a red card, you deal with that. That kind of makes sense. But that is kind of crazy how much control they had over the game. And just, again, it's not going to make anyone feel better, but that's El Tráfico. Like, that game's fucking nuts. Like, that's just what you kind of come to expect. And if you're not a fan of either team, you love it. We, unfortunately, were on the wrong end of it. But one more time, I want to remind everyone, did not lose that game.
In fact, undefeated against the Galaxy so far this season.
Yeah.
Darren,
Thank you.
Ever been to Portland?
No, I've never been to Portland. I've always wanted to go. But I just want to take this moment to point out that Galaxy also undefeated against us.
Oh, you would.
Well, those are our storylines for this week's match. When we come back, we're going to calm everyone down that just got really upset with Darren.
And we're back. With a slow start, transfers not panning out, a lame duck coach, injuries, and plenty of other ups and downs, it's safe to say this season's been quite stressful. So as we grapple with another breathless El Tráfico and hurtle towards Leagues Cup and the transfer window, this feels like a good time for the 3rd annual reset of our minds, bodies, and spirits through the guidance of a real-life meditation expert / Silver Lake witch to guide us in an LAFC-specific meditation. So please just sit back, relax, and join us. Spooky witch holding many crystals, please take us away.
Hello, and welcome to your 5-minute calm down meditation. Take a deep breath in and settle into your space.
Repeat as you breathe. Palencia, 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 Palencia.
Allow the seat below you to support your body.
Bawanga, Bawanga, Bawanga.
And relax your shoulders down your back.
And I'm breathing Dolo in, and I'm breathing Dolo out. And then another person behind me is breathing Dolo out louder, over and over and over again. Even though I've already agreed to Dolo out in a few months.
Take a deep breath in through your nose.
And I'm breathing Dolo in. And the comment section is mad.
And slowly exhale out of your nose.
And I'm breathing Dolo out by ignoring them.
Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth and the belly to relax.
The defense is thin, but the man behind the defense is Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris is making a save, and then a kick save on the rebound. and then another save. I don't know how he made that third save, or fourth save, and fifth save, and I've lost count, and I'm relaxed, and I'm breathing out, and I'm feeling safe in those big, fluffy keeper gloves with French sweet nothings being whispered in my ear.
Wee, wee, wee.
Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, the shoulders fall away from the ears a little bit more.
Aaron Long's Achilles is fine. Achilles tendons can be repaired, just like any other thing. They'll just put some tape on it or some glue, and he'll do some physical therapy, and he'll come back and he'll play.
As the mind begins to quiet, allow yourself to become more aware of your body in space.
Olivier Giroud is gone. He cannot hurt us anymore. Unless it was in a way that we wanted to be hurt. And we wish he was still here, hurting us in that way.
And we're not kink shaming.
Unless shame is part of your kink. In which case, we are kink shaming.
We are kink shaming. Only by request. And with love.
Daddy Darren will do whatever Daddy Darren wants to do. And that feels nice for you because you don't have to make any decisions on your own.
I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm uncomfortable.
I didn't interrupt you. Let me do my kink shit, Darren. I also need to meditate. And I'm coming.
And this is non-consensual meditation.
Maybe becoming aware of the air on your skin. Maybe the clothes on your skin. Take a deep breath in.
And you're entering the stadium. And there's enough Hello Kitty dolls for everyone. But still, it's rare enough that you want one. But you got one. You got the Hello Kitty doll, and you're smiling, and there's nothing to be sad about because you look at Hello Kitty and you say, "Hello, Kitty," which I think is the purpose of the doll.
And on the exhale, audibly sigh it out.
Chiellini. Giorgio Chiellini.
We're going to begin to extend our inhales and our exhales, letting our breath just nourish and clear our minds.
Bouanga is scoring goals from the run of play. Denny Bouanga is dribbling through the defense, and it's actually working now. We don't know what changed, but now it's suddenly working. And he's dribbling to the end line and somehow pulling it back and shooting and scoring. And he's getting PKs too, and he's scoring goals. And there's no other problems up front. Don't look in the other direction, no need. Denny Bouanga's all we need. Do not worry about anyone else up there.
On the next inhale breath, we'll slowly count to 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top.
And the transfer window is coming up. Not that that's done us any good lately. We keep striking out at the transfer windows. And they go one by one. Maybe we'll get a good player this time. And we don't. Maybe we'll get a...
We got... Darren, are you doing the meditation thing?
Yep, Vince. We don't need you for a little while. We're just doing a quick.
If you're gonna do it, you
thing.
You gotta actually help people. We got Denny Bwanga in a transfer window. That could totally happen again.
That was a really long time ago.
It was like less than 2 years ago.
That's a really long time ago.
He's still on the team.
Slow exhale for 2, 3, 4.
Antoine Griezmann is no longer in the back of your mind, whispering to Tom Bogert, "Tell them I'm coming." He's gone. There's no such thing as Antoine Griezmann. He never existed. Antoine Griezmann is a figment of Tom Bogert's imagination.
And again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top.
Our midfield is passing and receiving and passing, and the pass is connecting, and they're not giving the ball away, and they're passing, and that's a thing they know how to do. Short passes, long passes, sometimes longer mostly just short and, I guess, medium passes. But that's oftentimes all you need. And they're passing forward, sometimes, every now and again, and lateral and back to Lloris, and that feels good, because now Hugo Lloris has the ball, and back up and sideways, and the ball's bouncing around, and we're not worried about where it's going. It'll eventually go where it needs to go. And it's a good ball. Good ball. Good ball.
And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue this nice, slow breath on your own.
Nathan Ordaz is giving you a sound bath. Nathan Ordaz has a little bowl and a little stick, and he's making that bowl make a nice little sound, and it feels good. David Martinez kicks a soccer ball right into that bowl, and it shatters.
Travis.
David Martinez is living up to his potential. He's living up to his potential.
And see if you can fill your belly with air. With each new inhale, expanding your rib cage to fill up in between each individual rib, and each exhale contracting the belly button towards the spine to empty all the stale air out.
Giorgio Chiellini is home, wearing the same suit he wears to every LAFC game. I think he leaves it in storage and goes to the storage facility, gets the one suit, drives to BMO Stadium, and wears that one suit. Chiellini is wearing the same suit.
Another possibility is that Chiellini is always wearing that suit. He sleeps in that suit.
It's part
He
of his
showers
skin.
in that suit.
Returning to our meditation, we are keeping our breath consistent, unlike LAFC's play, which has been inconsistent
No,
all year. Vince,
seriously, Travis, we've lost once in 100 days.
it has been inconsistent throughout all of the games.
You know we didn't lose the last game, right?
It felt like we did.
What does
and
that mean?
fandom is about feelings. I feel sad.
We didn't lose the game.
Oh, Vince, shut up.
But I just have to remind you, we didn't lose the game.
We can't feel better because the team is good. We have to feel better because we are imagining that bad things aren't bad.
This is bullshit, guys. You said we were only going to do this when things were actually bad. This feels
I
fake.
will not admit that things are good. I'm not doing it.
We are muting Vince's microphone, and we are continuing the segment, muzzling that mouthpiece of LAFC, so that we can remind you that things are okay, but not in the way that he thinks it's okay, in a different, sort of odd way.
And now nothing we say has any substance or intelligence. And we're working off of vibes.
That's what I've been saying. You guys aren't saying anything.
How did he unmute his microphone?
What happened, Vince?
How did he do
how did
that?
you do that?
Did we make him an admin by accident? Kick him from the Zoom, please. Silver Lake Witch, continue, or else I'll talk about fucking Labubu's.
If the mind begins to wander, that's okay. We'll just reset our focus to that inhale, 2, 3, 4.
And we're breathing in deep and not shallow, like our depth in center back. All you need to think about is how deep your breath is, and not think about how deep our roster is, which is not deep.
And we'll return to our mantra, Palencia, Palencia, Palencia.
Let us proclaim the mysteries of faith.
Oh no, I held the A too long. Travis.
And I will raise you up.
Travis.
There is a Christian God.
No, Travis, please, come on.
He is a Catholic
Christian
God.
And we're breathing in, and we're breathing in, and we're breathing in.
We're breathing in the
Travis?
scripture of our male Christian Catholic
No,
God.
we're not. Travis, why does this keep happening? This happens every time. We're just trying to meditate.
And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Relax the hands.
Games in hand. Games in hand.
And let there be a little softness between the eyebrows.
We only lost by 2 goals to Chelsea. We only lost by 2 goals to world champions Chelsea Football Club. The Tunisians listening to this show like us, and they're not angry at the podcast. The entire country of Tunisia supports this show.
And on second thought, we're forgetting about that game entirely. That game never happened. We don't know anyone from Tunisia. We've never been there. They might have a soccer team or a soccer league. We don't know. We don't need to know. We played well against Chelsea.
You may continue this 4-count breathing on your own. Or if you're ready to conclude this mindfulness practice, you can slowly begin to allow the breath to come back to its natural state.
And we're repeating after me, tight table. The table is tight, and it's getting tighter, and we're saying it. Tight table. Tight table. One more time. Tight table.
Feel the tightness of the table at the balls of your feet, and in your ankles, and in your thighs, and in your buttocks. Feel the tightness of the table in your buttocks.
Continuing to be mindful of the inhale and the exhale. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this 5-minute calm down meditation. I hope it helped. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Also, fuck Messi and the entire city of Miami. Goodbye.
Thank you so much to the Silver Lake Witch, who I've just been informed actually has been priced out of Silver Lake and since moved to Highland Park.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. When we come back, we're going to make some bets. And we're back. It's time for a segment called Bet It and Forget It.
Bet it and forget it.
Every week we end the show with a bet for this week's game. We make an outlandish prediction, something that almost definitely will not happen, but could. Each week we put up $5. If no one hits, the money rolls over to the next week, and eventually by the time someone's weird prediction comes true, they might win a good chunk of change. No one's bet cashed last week, but the pool for this week is now $105. We hit the hundo.
I have a bet this week that I'm very confident in.
Oh.
And it is something I feel deep in my core and I know will happen against Portland on Friday. Again, the game's on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Good reminder.
And it's this.
That's outlandish, by the way.
Get used to it.
I bet that there will be a goal from an LAFC player that is playing center back. A center back for LAFC will score a goal against Portland. I don't know who it is. It'll be someone who
Neither do they.
who at the time they
call.
are playing plays center back. So it can't be Palencia, it can't be Hollingshead unless they are slotted in at center back.
Right.
If they're slotted in at center back, it counts. I think we'll just have to
easy
use
for
our
us to
discretion.
No, that'll be easier for us to tell.
Well, easy for some of us. Some of us just kind of see some guys close to the goalie and
I'll be like, he's in the center.
Not me,
Denny
some of us,
Bouanga.
just in general.
I am going to bet that there will be a goal later than the goal that was scored by the Galaxy to tie the
That's
game.
a fun bet.
Whoa. Did you say to tie?
No. Later than that tying goal.
Yeah.
So it has to be in
okay.
the 99th minute or later.
Any goal.
Any
wow.
goal. Which is
Cool.
That's
crazy
nuts.
because that means there's at least 9 minutes of stoppage time.
Which means our center back got horrifically injured.
And it could be the center back that gets subbed in for him that scores it, and then you and I have to share the pot. But
That's okay. It's
A
enough
goal.
that I'm happy to share at this point.
sure. But yeah, goal 99th minute or beyond, there will be a goal.
That is outlandish, but could.
That
Outlandish but could is a good turn of phrase.
I understood the instructions.
Soup weather calls for soup.
Soup weather calls for soup.
It's gonna catch on.
That's gonna catch on for sure.
Make it
Soup
the
weather's-
episode
it's
title.
time for soup. All right. We'll see if this is outlandish enough. 3 different LAFC players will score. I'm happy to make it 4, actually, if you think it's necessary.
I'm trying to think the last time 3 different ones scored.
It was against Minnesota? No, we only scored 2 against Minnesota.
I don't know if that's happened all season, actually.
No, I think we had a Bouanga Ordaz Dilrosun game, I believe. No?
Was that Colorado?
It might have been Colorado, I'm thinking of.
Right.
How many
But
goals has
it-
Dilrosun scored? 3?
got-
2 on the season?
2 now.
We're going to keep him? We'll know soon.
Maybe we should ask that in storylines.
Well,
In this episode?
and that brings us to our 4th storyline. Will we keep Dilrosun? We'll find out by the time this episode comes out, most likely.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah. Bouanga or Daz Del Rosen was Colorado.
But it hasn't happened often.
No, because we don't score that often. And I think this is going to be a low-scoring game based on what you said.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, 4. You said 4?
I said 3, but let's make it 4.
So we're getting nips, but it'll be 4 different people? Sure.
How about this? It'll be 3 different people, and LAFC will score at least 4 goals.
Okay. Yeah, great.
The good combo there.
That's a nice middle ground. Well, we shall see. Our theme music is done by the insane team of James Valentine, Nate Walcott, and Louis Palmer. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel where all the other things are available at youtube.com/@happyfootsadfoot. If you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot and become a friend of the foot. Hang out with us on the Discord if you're a Patreon member. You also get 15% off all the merch. We have a ticket exchange on the Discord where people are constantly trying to give away their seats for almost nothing, if not nothing. You also get this stuff ad free. You get, I don't know, other shit. I don't really remember. If you can't support that, you give us a review over on Apple Music.
I thought you were going to just say, give us some money.
Just if you can't afford that, just find us and give us some money.
just hand
Leave
it
us a
over.
review at Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and a comment. Actually, comments go a long way. So just let us know that you got this far in the episode by writing in the comments, I exist.
Hey, did you give away the Hello Kitty doll?
Oh, this is a great, we should have said this earlier in. I have picked a winner. I commented, they didn't reply. I took a screenshot of their name. It was Piles O'Riles. I believe Piles has commented before.
Piles O'Riles?
Great
Yeah.
name.
Piles, if you're listening, the
I
Hello
believe
Kitty
it's,
doll.
Travis, I believe it's Piles.
Piles. Piles, if you're listening, the Hello Kitty doll
Piles O'Riles?
is yours. But only if you've listened this far into the episode, Piles. We're only going to let you know this far in the episode. I don't know. There's all the other things.
Piles is a real one.
Piles' comment was, I've never commented before. So I think not a real one.
Pilas ou Rilas does sound like some kind of Portuguese thief.
Be on the lookout for Pilas. He could be anywhere. All right. Yeah, that's our show, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Steve Cherundolo. Well, we won't get to say Cherundolo next time we do this. Cherundolo.
Cherundolo.
Bye.